Good morning. I am literally sliding into home base today. I played a lot this morning when I woke up because I'm such a child. And it took me a while to get myself in the shower and get ready for this. So I almost ended up like coffee and conversation today in my pajamas. And that wouldn't have been a bad thing. Some days we need pajama days, don't we? So I'm crying already. Excuse me. Why do I tear so much? I'm going to share this out while I wait for my friends to find me. I think I'm on the right page. I have no idea what I'm doing this morning. I apologize. Let's get started with something. Hello, squeaky chair. Where am I? Let's see if I can find me. If you get here, if you get to the playground, come find me. Let me know you're here. I don't even know if I'm here yet. I can't find me at all. Come on, bring it. Where's little Diana? There I am. Okay, I'm going to spend a minute doing my work here and sharing this out so that people can find me while you guys are finding your way to the playground. Let's do this. There, there, there. Oh, man. That'll do. Okay. I've done my work. All I have to do is wait for some friends. Oops. It wanted me to add a friend. Hi, Geraldine. My technology. I've got a different phone, so pray for me today. I also just came sliding into home base. It took me forever to get myself ready today. I was playing. I did not take my shower early. So I'm here. I'm dressed somewhat together. And I have, there is a deep, man, there's some fun time coming up. It's going to be powerful today. It's going to be good. Hi, everyone. It's only me and you right now. I just shared out. I'm going to see if I can gather some friends. I see two now. I see one more popping in. I can't wear these glasses because my eyes water. But if I don't wear these glasses, I can't see. The struggles of human life. So how's it going? How's it going? You were already busy with me. I've heard a lot from you today. Who else is here? Wait. I'm still in my PJs. Well, I was just about in my PJs too. We almost both were in our PJs. I thought about just staying that way today. If you can do it, I can do it. That seems fair. So, here's the thing. When we go through things, what the message that keeps coming to me today, and I think maybe you too, is we keep going through these things for a really good reason, and that is because, one, we're learning, two, we're sharing. So I'm really going through it. I've been up and down for a long time. And so this past week has been another week of learning for me, of like yesterday when we started out looking for that little child that was hiding in the corner. She's really demanding a lot from me this week. You know, I do okay, and then I start to get tired. And my angels are just like, would you please just go to sleep? Would you please, little girl, go take a nap. You need a nap. You need to take care of yourself. Because I am not this person when I get tired. I can be super reactive and super tired and super grumpy when I get really tired. So it's a reminder to listen to that part of us that sometimes just needs to be pampered a little bit and take care of itself. That little girl sometimes really just needs to be put in that timeout corner with her blankie and her pillow and say, hey, go take a rest. I can't see a thing right now. The sun keeps coming in and I keep looking at the sun because I've missed it so much, and then I'm completely blind. So good morning, Annie Marie. Thank you for joining us. I see 4 in the playground now. It's gathering and it's good, and we're going to have some fun. Here's the game. here's the game today. We're all actually at the playground today. We're not in the classroom, we're at the playground. And this one's a struggle too. And I want to know, raise your hand if you have been in this situation where it was very difficult for you. Excuse me for a second. I'm dropping everything. I'm crying so much today. What is wrong with me? All right, so, hi Gail. Thank you for joining us. What just came to me was group sports. When we played games in school, a very traumatic event for most of us was choosing teams. With a raise of hands, how many of you disliked the process of choosing teams? When one person was put up at the front and said, okay, you get to choose the two people, because there's two teams, but those two people are standing up there and they're choosing. Hi, Luann. They're choosing their teams. How many of you were in horror as that happened in your life? How many times were you standing there going, oh, please, somebody, please, somebody pick me, please. Don't leave me. Don't make me be the last person to be chosen for a team. I want you to be in that space today. I want you to be your little scared self for just a few minutes. We're going to go into a little bit of this fear, because the message here truly today is we can't fully heal these children of ours, whether they be teenagers, whether they be 55 years old, whether they be, those injured parts of you. If they're still holding on to those fears, then there's healing can't come in. So we have to go to those places. We have to go back. We have to return to those places where our children started putting up those blocks. So it feels to me important today to go to that place of feeling like you're not going to be chosen. Maybe you're going to be left behind. Maybe you'll be the last person to be put on the team. Maybe nobody really wants you on their team. Maybe they're like, oh, she's just going to make us lose. We don't want her or him. How many of you have been through that? I see Gerald Ann's hands. I see Gail's hands. Yay. Yes, you guys are feeling it today with me. So we're going to go into that fear today of not being good enough, of feeling unworthy. That's what it is. That's the word, unworthiness. You guys tell me, I'm on a different device today, so if it sounds really good or if it sounds really bad or any big changes today, please let me know, because the idea is, we got a lot in the group now. This is going to be fun. We need, like a lot today to choose our teams, don't we? If anything's different, let me know. Hopefully this one works better. So who else am I seeing? Is that Dido Clark? I'm not good with names. Michael, thank you for joining us. I love having a guy on the team today. So for those at Karen, I haven't woken up the mouth yet. Helen, thank you for joining us. Brenda, thank you for joining in. So we're having fun today, but we're going into a fear space for many of us. I'm going to repeat that a couple of times as people come in. Oh, good. Thank you, Geraldine. Sounds and looks great. Perfect. So we are on the playground today. We're standing at the baseball diamond, and we're doing the dreaded team choosing today. This is the worst. Julie Green, thank you for joining in. And so many of us have a fear related to that, and it's deep-seated. It goes back to very early childhood of being afraid that we weren't good enough, that we weren't going to be chosen on the team, or God forbid we were the last person chosen. That's the worst. It's the worst. The coach is going to make you choose that one little child that's really, really kind of the bookworm, the one with the thick glasses that should be in there, doing his brainiac thing, his or her thing, doing whatever the strength is, being, creating a new planet through, I don't know. So not all of us were created for the playground. We weren't all created for team sports, but we had to play anyway. And we had to stand there and wait to get chosen. And that sense of, that fear of, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe nobody wants me, was very real in that situation. So please, Brenda, kisses right back at you. So if you're able to put yourself in that place today, let's be in that space. I'm not gonna choose anybody to pick the teams, because those were always the ones that were really good at sports, it seems like. So we're just gonna be the ones standing in that lineup. wondering if we're good enough to get chosen to play the game for just a minute. We need to go to those spaces. We need to go back to those places in our lives where we felt that unworthiness, that fear of not being good enough for just a few minutes. Dread, Carol, yes. Oh, Fred, then dread. That's funny. Don't you love typos? So can you put yourself into that space of, oh man, I just don't feel worthy enough today. I don't feel worthy. I'm that little child today that's standing there waiting to get chosen, and I might not get chosen. Do you feel it? We have to revisit those places inside of ourselves in order to find that little child. And that's the one today that I want you to pull out. So when you're in that space of feeling unworthy, can you go find that child, that part of you that feels a little bit sad and down, maybe standing, hiding behind somebody else because they're afraid that they're just afraid of the whole process. I always felt like melting myself. I was like, I was so good at being invisible as a child. I didn't go to any dances. I was so afraid that nobody would ask me to the dances that I just didn't even go to the dances. How is that for defeat? It's defeat before I even tried. So where's that little child inside of you today? You know he or she is in there someplace. And bring that little child to the playground today. And we're going to try something different. This is a brand new game. We're not going to play that game where we have to choose sides. We don't have to compete. That is the ongoing message in my brain, in my soul this week, as there is no competition here. The competition is old energy. There's no more competition. We don't have to choose teams anymore. We don't have to feel like one person is better than the other, or one is more gifted than the other, or one is more worthy than the other. We are all equally worthy of the love that we deserve, that we are being showered in right now. So can you take that little child and say, hey, you're good enough, you're worthy, you are so worthy. Can we just bathe those little kids today in worthiness? That's the game today. Alyssa, I think you just probably, you've been here. These names keep popping up, but welcome to everybody that's here. Alyssa, Brenda, Carol, Julie, Geraldine, I see you, Gail, Brenda, Luann, Michael, Dido. If I ever say your names wrong, please tell me. I think I've got, it's everybody that I see, Annie Marie, all of you. If I haven't said your name, please pop up and wave at me, because I want you all to know, everybody that's here right now, Terry Angel, you too. I want you to know that you're worthy. I want you to bathe in this energy today. This is the energy that's being given to me today to bring into this space, is that I choose you. God chooses you, the creator of everything, whatever name you want to give this energy, this source of energy. You are chosen. You get to be on this planet in this time. That makes you so worthy. Do you even understand that? Can you even fathom how incredible you are, that you are chosen to be on this planet at this time, in this all of this that's going on? You know, there are many that are out on the other side, souls that are like, oh, please let me go to Earth, please. They don't remember how difficult it is, trust me. None of us do. We're in la la land when we're on the other side. We think the world is just, oh, it's such a fun challenge. I want to go play that game. Please pick me to go to Earth. And not all of them get chosen. Many of them don't. There are very special souls. There are very special souls. It's not that there's anything unworthy about them. It's just not their time yet. There are certain souls that have been chosen to be here in this time right now, because you're powerful, because you're incredible, because you are made for this. You came here for this. So that's the message today, is this whole team sport thing, is you are chosen. You are chosen. You're right at the head of the line. Every single one of you. You got chosen for this. You are gifted with the opportunity of being alive in a time of new creation. This time that the earth is being recreated. Rebirthed. Geraldine, you said that word yesterday, and I was like, well, yeah, there's something really big in that word, rebirthing. The earth is being rebirthed right now, and we get to be a part of it. And in that process of being rebirthed, the earth is also rebirthing each one of us. Every single cell in our body is being recreated, is being changed, is being... Sometimes they say we're like the X-Men. We have abilities, we have energy inside of us that we don't even understand. And sometimes I just sit back and go, my gosh, what am I? What am I? What am I capable of? Who am I? Really? I remember that message coming to me. I love it sometimes when I get his little words in my ear. Sorry, Steve is in the building. Give me just a second. Okay, I hear you. Hold on, because that is really powerful, and it's like he's like right in my ear right now. I remember the message that he gave me way back a couple of years ago. I was like, what is it that I'm still here for? Why did I stay on this planet? Why did you go and I had to stay? What? And I was kind of angry with him too. And I remember the message that I got, and I'm not even going to be able to get it out, and I'm sorry. The message that I received was, the most important thing that you can do right now is to remember who you are. And so I'm giving that to you right now. It feels like it's really important because he's just blasting it to me. And it's like, ooh, okay, I got it, I got it. Let me repeat it. The most important thing that you can do right now is to remember who you are. So, do you even know? Do you remember? This is not a process of learning something new. We're not in a process of learning a whole new game. We're in a process of remembering the old game, the truth of who we really are before we came here. That's really the truth of it, is that we feel like, oh, we're doing something brand new. Guess what? You're just remembering who you really are. We're here to remember who we are so that we can help other people remember who they are too. So in the process of remembering who you are, I'm just shaking today. I don't know. This is really powerful. Can you remember your own magnificence? Can you remember the truth of who you are? Can you remember? He comes to me in these ways of showing me who he is, only to show me the truth of who I am. He is reflecting back through me. He's trying to show me how powerful I am and how powerful you are, and how extremely, incredibly magnificent your soul is. If you could just take that soul, if you could look within yourself and within other people, you would see what a shining diamond you are. So, what we are in the process of doing is chipping away the coal that's around ourselves. The truth of what's going on the planet right now, underneath the surface of all of these things that we see on the news, is that we've won the battle, that humanity has already crossed the finish line, and that all of this stuff that we're seeing is just like a facade. It's old energy that's dragging along, that is still there, but it's the end of the battle. It's like we've already won the war. And so we've got this part of it that just doesn't quite want to let go, and it's kicking and screaming all the way out in the worst possible ways, and yet it's on its way out, because this is the process of us learning who we really are. It's the process of us taking away the facade, chipping away the part of us that is gone through pain and hurt and all these emotions. Humanity in general has already learned all the lessons. It's already learned. We've already gone through it many, many times. So now we're in this place where we don't need any more competition. We are all one. We're all one. We're all one team. We don't need two teams. We don't need multiple teams. We're all one. We're all connected. So that little child of yours that was scared to be in that lineup to choose teams, shower that little child right now. Hug it. It's okay. It's okay, little boy or little girl, because there's no more team action here. We don't need to have two different sides working against each other anymore. We are all one. We're all connected, and we're all love. At the root of who we are is love. And we're all chosen, every single one of us. So I'm calmer now. Thank you for listening to me. It was really blasting me for a few minutes. It was tough. Thank you, Steve. And I want you guys to understand something, okay? We all have our names for who we call on when we need to feel that love energy. Some of us are calling on our angels. Some of us are calling on God. Some of us are calling on Allah. We might be calling on our spirit guides or ascended masters or whoever we want to call on. We all have beautiful teams. Some of us call on our ancestors or those that have passed. Steve evolved. Excuse me. The energy of Steve, when I first lost him, was very much the man that I was in love with on the planet. And over time, I still get his sense of humor sometimes, but over time, he became source energy. He became a part of everything. And so when I sense him come in, I give him the name Steve. Steve is God to me. Steve is source energy. Steve is that energy of love. That's who he is to me. So I might always say, oh, Steve. Well, Steve is source energy to me. That is how I experience source energy, through him being close to me, through that sense of overwhelming love. Steve is my source. So I hope that makes sense to you. I'm going to write a book. I've already started it, and the book's name is I Call Him Steve. You're okay to call that energy whatever you want to call it. Whatever name, if it's somebody that you really love that's passed, or a favorite pet, or it doesn't matter. The energy of source, God, whoever you want, is so much love that there's no negative of, oh, I don't like that name, or please call me this. No, it's not. It's just not like that on the other side. It's all one. We all go right back into that melting pot of love. So Steve gives me that melting pot of love often, and it overwhelms me, and yet that is available to each one of us through whatever name you want to call. Just call. Just please call. What was that funny thing? Some of you will remember it. Daryl? My name is Daryl. My brother's name is Daryl. This is my other brother, Daryl. But there was something in there that said, you can call me this, and you can call me that. Just don't call me this, or something like that. I can't remember what it is. And if you guys remember it, that's my laugh for the day. It just hit me, and it was so funny. You can call me this, but just don't call me. Please help me with that if you remember it. I'm going to start looking at your comments now. I feel that there's an energy building inside of me that is for, hold on. If you're open to it, to receive right now, if you're open to receive that love energy, that sense of how worthy you are, that sense of how incredibly powerful when you open up to it, when you open to that love, when you're willing to just split that heart wide open. And oftentimes for me, it took deep, deep loss. Even in the relationship that I just left a few months ago, it was a deep sense of loss. It was so much pain, and every time I would go through that, it would literally burst me. It would crack my heart right open. And I don't know that we have to all go through such horrible pain, but many of us have been. It was those really, really painful experiences that brought us to a place of being a wide open channel. And so I'm bursting this morning. So if you guys want, if you want to open to that, if you want to, just crack it open. Just picture yourself right now with that. Make your heart an egg. It's an egg. And you just gently give it a little tap and let it open. Open up right now. We're doing it, and we're doing the Easter again. Open up that Easter egg. Open it up. Fill it up. Allow yourself to feel that sense of love, that sense of worthiness today as we're sitting here together. I'm going to be, if the energy will allow me, I'll talk my way through it. If not, we're gonna take a big breath right now, okay? I want you to pull it right from the root of you into your heart, and I want you to fill it as big as you can, okay? So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, fill up big. Go. And hold it. Hope you can feel that sense of worthiness, that sense of love. Geraldine, you want to take a dive in the pool with your teacup? We can do the teacup game today. Get your teacups ready. We're standing at the edge of the pool. No fear. We're going to step off the edge, and we're going to just gently float down to the bottom of the pool as we take a big breath first. Hold it till you get to the bottom of the pool, okay? And then just play a little tea. party while you're down there, while those lungs are full. It's crazy today. While your lungs are full, I want you to hold it in there for just as long as you can, and then you can release and come back to the surface, okay? Let's do it just a couple of times. On the count of 3, we're going in, okay? 1, 2, 3. And hold. Wow. I'm calmer. And as it starts to build again, we're going to do it again, okay? I'm going to let you know when the energy is built up really big, we're going to take it in again. One good easy breath, and let's do it, okay? Are you ready? On the count of 3, let's go back in. 1, 2, 3. And hold. Wow, wow. I hope you're feeling that energy. It's incredible today. It's that energy of worthiness. It's that energy of source. It's being showered down on you right now to show you the truth of who you are. That is the truth. When you feel that love in your heart, that is who you are. You are that love. That's the root of us, and all the rest of it is just stuff. It's stuff you've gathered. You got all these little things that you've picked up along the way. These maybe untruths, disbeliefs, things that you've been taught. You're not worthy. You're not good enough. You're not. That's all stuff. It's all stuff, and you can let it go. So on this one, I want you to, as you take in a big breath, whatever it is that you're ready to let go of, if you got a pain or a memory or anything in there that's holding you back, whenever it was, whatever age you were, you don't have to be a little child. We really have to start, the healing process starts back at the most recent stuff that we've done, and it works its way back to where you're a little child, and all the way back. I even worked my way back to past lifetimes, but you have to start healing where that most recent block is. So whatever it is that you're ready to let go of, I want you to just focus on holding that up. We're going to go into the water, and you just kind of lift up your hand, hold it above the water, and let Archangel Michael come along and take it from you, okay? He loves this game, so let's let him play with us today. So on this one, we're going to go ahead and take a big breath, and we're going to focus on something as much as you want to let go of. Even if you don't know what it is, get ready to let go, okay? Don't be afraid. You'll get filled back up with the good stuff. You're just making space. So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. He's coming around. Hold your hands up. He's coming around. I feel him. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. What a good friend. Wow, that was great. Let me feel this out for a second. You guys breathe easy. I don't want anybody hyperventilating. Breathe easy for a minute. Excellent. Excellent releasing. Do you need one more? Do you need one more to release just a little bit more? We can do this one more time. Take another big breath. And then I'm going to start getting into your comments. Because yesterday, the second half of the show was, for any of you that missed it, was just so full of interesting things. It was so much fun to talk with everybody. So let's do just one more release first, okay? I want to hit the throat this time. Because it's really thick right now. So let's really push the energy into your throat, helping you to find your voice again. So on the count of 3, we're going to breathe really big, push energy into the throat, and just focus on releasing. Keep letting go. Let it go. Let it float off into the water. It's gonna be taken, and it's gonna be turned into beautiful light. You are being an alchemist. You are an alchemist. You can turn all this negative stuff into darkness into light. It's your job. So let's do it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Lift it off that throat. Let it go. Let it go. Whatever's holding your voice, whatever's keeping you from having a free speech, letting you speak your truth, let it go right now, okay? Blow it out. Just let it go. Just gone. Gone. It was taken. That's beautiful. The voice is back. I feel better. I hope you're feeling better too. All right. We're in a good space. We're in a good space. If you're still feeling anything, there's a little heaviness on my chest. If you're still wanting to release, just keep on working on it. Keep breathing. We're going to let the energy flow while we talk, okay? I'm going to put on my big old glasses and see what's going on. Yes, Gail, we chose this. Carol Allen, you did chose you. Probably Dido. Thank you, Gail. I say both names that way. I'm always right. Maybe. Brenda, can I cheat and pick you all because you're all perfect for me? That's so sweet. Yes, you can take the whole team, Brenda. We're all on your team. See, Alyssa, we are all blessed to be rainbow children like the Hopi prophecy says. We are here specifically to break the earth free of the lower vibrations together according to that prophecy. Yes, thank you for that, Alyssa. Very beautiful. I love you, Terry Angel. Gail, beautiful. Yvonne, thank you for joining us. Yes, Gail, I was wondering if he was a deceased lover. He was my husband. I lost him about 3.5 years ago to cancer. So that's who Steve is. That's who Steve was. Now Steve is a part of everything that there is. So yes, Terry, we do. We feel like we have to label things, and it's not always a good thing to label. Sometimes it's easier just to be like, okay, whatever. Let your little child give God a label. What name do you want? What name? What feels good to you? We did that a couple days ago about calling in our spirit guides. We were like, oh, what was my imaginary friend when I was a child? Who did I call on when I was little that I wanted to play with? So, and that's okay because it's all the same. It's all God. It's all the energy of creation. You can call on whoever you like. Thank you, Geraldine. Don't call me Shirley from Airplane. It's fun. Brenda, my spiritual page is all about source love and our relationships with source. That's beautiful, Brenda. Thank you for that. Carol, I think Bill left so his kids and I could grow. I think that happens. I know that's why Steve left. He told me that very clearly. I stepped aside for you, and I was like, why would you do that? That really made me mad. It was like I was so angry at him. I said, but you have children. We have children together. Why would you step aside for this? I begged him for the last couple of weeks of his life, please fight this. Please don't leave us. And I know now why he did. And he told me that. He was like, if you could only see how beautiful life is going to be, you would understand why I had to step aside. It's because he went on the other side and kept on working. He really never left. Brenda, I so feel you in my heart too. Beautiful. My teacup, Gail, my teacup is so full it's overflowing. I hope yours is too. Robert Dosa, thank you for jumping in. Geraldine, that was yummy. It was yummy. Catherine says hello too, and she cares too. That's beautiful. Thank you, Michael and Catherine. Got it. We are here to help each other heal. That's for sure. That is so true. Thank you, Brenda. Gail, yes, he is part of Source and helping us along. Exactly. Gerald Ann's name is Willa. Perfect. We call on whoever it is. It's so beautiful to know that they are there, that we have a team, that we have all of these beautiful helpers around us always, always. And when we were little children, we knew they were there and we called on them. And then we got older and somebody said, stop daydreaming, stop talking to those imaginary friends. They're not real. Do you remember those voices of the people that were like, you got to grow up. You got to put that stuff away. And we all said, oh, well, okay. Like we gave it up. It's time to bring it back. It's time to remember that those imaginary friends are not imaginary, that they're there always, that they came with us, that they love us so much, and they're supporting us through all of this. So many times we didn't want to believe in angels. We didn't want to believe in fairies and little forest, whatever. We were told not to believe in that. Doesn't it feel so much better to sit in your imagination sometimes, to walk through the forest, and instead of seeing that dragonfly, you see a fairy? or to think that cardinal came just to bring you a message from a deceased loved one. You know, isn't it just so much more beautiful? That was where my healing really came to full force after he died, was imagining and allowing myself to go to that place of, I could see him. I'd walk through the woods and I would see him coming through the trees towards me. Maybe that was just my imagination, but it helped me to heal. So we have that ability to go back into that place of our imagination. It's actually a very powerful place. It's like, you know, we've got all these other ways. Our brain is always working. Our conscious, our subconscious is always, it's super busy highways. So what do? You got in the middle here, you got your imagination. You can go be still. You can go take that nap. You can get out a pad of paper. You can start writing or drawing or whatever you want to do and create and be in that place of walk through the woods and see those little fairies or those little leprechauns or whatever you want. Go to that place often, because that's the truth of who you are. You really are magical. You really are Harry Potter. You're a wizard now. You're all those things. So can you allow yourself? It's all in allowing. Can you allow yourself to go back to that place of the inner child? That little powerhouse you got inside of you. That's what I'm thinking today. And I'm waiting. I feel like the energy right now is so calm and so level. I feel like you've all joined me in a nap time. So maybe that's a good time for that. It's a good time to be still. It's a good time to just say, oh, I just received this beautiful clearing. I feel so good. I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to rest and allow my imagination to take some time for me and just bring me the gift of childhood, the gift of sprites and fairy tales. I get to have my happily ever after, and so do you. So I'm going to let you guys go. I feel like we're at a place where everybody's in a really good space. I want you to feel that today, that sense of peace, that sense of safety, that sense of belonging. That's what you receive today. You belong. You are good enough. You are loved. You are loved beyond measure. You can't even imagine how much you are loved. So take that love with you today. Wrap yourself in a cloak of love before you go out, wherever you go. It's your safety. It's your protection. And your soul, your Holy Spirit, higher self is safely protected within your heart space. And it's a huge heart space. You guys have such huge, you got that huge playground inside of your soul, or inside of your heart. It's holding your soul, and your soul is so happy today. Enjoy today. I love you so much, and I will check back again with you tomorrow. Oh, let me see. You guys are hitting me with some more stuff. I don't want to leave you hanging. Hold on. You're so welcome, Gail. Let's see. All of you, Robert, Carol, love you. A list of the lines are blurred between imagination and manifestation. It's all about the amount of belief or faith that decides whether you dreamed it or made it real in the present. Exactly. Do you know, that's one little thing that I learned was, it's not just saying that I want something. The words aren't as important. Although words hold power, it's not as important as pushing that emotion behind it. If you really, really want something, and you get in that heart space and you really feel it here, that's where it gets all the way through. That's where it gets all the way through, and that's where you're manifesting. It's not just sitting there with a pen and pad of paper. What's wrong with my mouth today? And saying, or just saying the words. You have to get into that heart space. You have to make it. That's like sealing it with a kiss. And yes, I really want this. And in the same sense, be really careful what you're doing with those emotions on the things that you don't want. If you live in fear and you are in a space of talking about something and then you put a whole bunch of fear behind it, you're going to get it too, because the universe doesn't know the difference. It's not like sitting there going, oh man, she really asked for something bad. It's just like, well, okay, whatever it is, you're putting your emotion in it. You're getting what you're asking for, whatever, in that emotion. So be careful. Try to hold yourself in that higher vibration away from fear, because we are so powerful. Our manifesting is happening so fast right now. So use those emotions to your own best interest, to make sure that you're like really creating what you want, really, really showing the universe what it is you want, And then fill your heart with love and push it out. It's like, okay, I just put a stamp on the envelope now. It's gone. That's what I'm going to receive. Be responsible with your emotions. Thank you, Brenda. Love you, Geraldine. Love you guys. Robert, finally I got the emoticon, the one holding his heart. Very good. It's great, isn't it, that they gave us that? Thank you, Facebook. All right, like attracts like. You're exactly true with that, Gail. John Fiore, thank you for joining us. You're going to have to catch up. We're getting ready to close out here in just a few minutes. We had some beautiful time of sharing energy, so I hope that you'll go back and catch that. Gail, the universe reads our vibrations, not our words exactly. And so you want to hold yourself in that higher vibration. Exactly true. You gotta give yourself that every day. Go to that and feed yourself that love and turn off the fear so that you can find, so that you're receiving what it is that you're really looking for. And Lily Ann, thank you for jumping in. Please catch up to us. We're not going to be on much longer. What you feed grows and what you neglect withers. Have you ever heard the story? It's a Native American story about the two wolves. There's the wolf of fear. This is how I read it. There's the wolf of fear and the wolf of love. And the one that lives is the one that you feed. So which one are you going to feed today? Are you going to feed that wolf of fear, or are you going to feed that wolf of love? I know it's not exactly the way they wrote it, but that's the way I interpret it. It's all about interpretation. You are so welcome, Alyssa. You guys, take that love out. Geraldine purposely gave me the wrong time. John, she did that on purpose? That was not nice, Geraldine. Why would you do that to him? That's so funny. John, we're sending you tons of love right now. All of us. He got the wrong time. He came to the playground just a little bit late. We're sending you love right now, all of us together. We are so appreciative of you joining us. It's been so much fun, you guys. Please take good care of yourselves today. Gal, have a great weekend, you too. It's Friday, isn't it? I can't remember what day of the week it is. Enjoy your weekend. We've got bright, beautiful sunshine here. It keeps shining in on me. I hope you guys are having beautiful weather. And if you're not, just carry your own. Get your own little umbrella out. Go out, take a walk in the rain, whatever it is. Get yourself out there and enjoy your weekend. John, she knows what happens if I show up on time. Uh-oh. Well, tomorrow will be 9:32, John, so I'm not afraid. Remember, I'm shutting down the fear. I am not afraid. You just come on in at 9:30 tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We'll have some fun. You guys take good care of yourselves today. I love you so much, and I will check in again tomorrow at 9:30, I promise. Yes, I heard about that story. You did hear that story. I feel like you might be a little troublemaker, John. Oh, that was Robert. Okay, good. John, I feel like John's a troublemaker. 9:30 tomorrow. Show up. I love you so much, Terry. Take good care of yourselves. John, Geraldine still loves you. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take good care. Bye.